Hey friends, it's Alex from Vulture Culture, and did you know that you can use Omnisphere's effects on your hardware synths? Today I have the privilege of using the Korg Poly 6 from 1981, which is a legendary analog synthesizer, but this will work with any synthesizer you have, hardware or software. With the recent release of Spectrasonic Sonic extensions, I feel like a lot of people have missed this point about how you can use these powerful new effects, not just for your Omnisphere patches, but on any sort of audio you like. Let's jump right in, but before we do, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Importing user audio has been in Omnisphere for a long time, but I still feel like people don't realize how powerful it is. Okay, so here's the sound of the Poly 6 dry. And what I'm going to do is just take that audio file and drop it right into Omnisphere, and it'll analyze it. Now we can use the Poly 6 as a sound source within Omnisphere and process it the same way we would process anything else. So we have this loop here that I've created just for the example. And so the first thing I want to do is use Underfire, which is the new distortion plugin that came in the Sonic extension Undercurrent, because it's sort of the craziest awesome thing. So immediately we get a little bit more beef to the sound, a little bit more of a breakup. And we can do a little EQ here. So I want a little more low end. Maybe a little high. And it's pre-distortion, so it's going to break up a little bit more. So I'm going to turn the drive down a bit. There we go. Sounds really good. Now, the Poly 6 is a mono output synth. So all of the effects in the Poly synth are not stereo. So even though it's got a really great analog chorus, the problem with it is it's not stereo. The ensemble, phaser, all that's not stereo. So we can use the stereo chorus in Omnisphere. So I'm going to go to modulation and select analog chorus. Woo! And immediately it's like, wow, now it's huge and wide. Oh, God, it's giving me chills. I'm going to hit the little warmth knob here just to give it a little bit of extra. And it's a little extreme, so I'm going to dial it back a little bit. So here's without it again. Somewhere around there sounds good. I'm gonna add a little bit more high end. There we go. See how the mid-range sounds. Push it a little bit. Might be a little too much. All right. Now I'm gonna go into the Sonic extensions. I don't know if you can see this, and pick the Under Echo, which is their new sort of delay, pitch shifting, reverb plugin. Oh yeah, we're getting there. So, first off, we can change the sound of these echoes. Let's check a few of them out. I'm gonna turn up the mix just so we can really hear them. Ooh, that one's really great. That's very clear. I think I like Fog because it's got that sort of murky, warm. I want to keep this sound sounding really authentically analog, and so I don't want to go too crazy. We can increase the spread here. So we get a little wider. If I hit sync here, this will keep these delays in time, which is great. Let's see how a fourth sounds. Really great. Now, if we go over to taps here and hit this, what that's doing is adding additional taps to the sound. Taps being more points. And so now it goes from being just a simple delay. Here, check out the difference here. It's going to go from being a simple delay, you know, which already sounds beautiful and huge and romantic, but when we add these taps, the way the echoes sort of bounce around stereo space just gets even bigger. We haven't even got into the pitch shifting. So if we apply some pitch shifting here, let's listen to the difference with the mix all the way up. So we're just listening to the echoes. So you can hear there, before it's pitching those echoes up, before they even hit the delays. I think if we put it in feedback though, we can get that classic shimmer effect. Let's see. Yeah, I can hear it. They're going up. It's a little, unfortunately, because I think there's so many multi-taps, it kind of breaks it up a little too much. So why don't we try post-echo just to see what it sounds like. But now that's just pitching up the whole echoes afterwards. I don't know what post-reverse does. Interesting. I don't know if it's breaking that up into grains. But anyways, let's go back to pre-echo. I think that was where we're getting the most musical results. Let's just get a little in there. And we haven't even turned the reverb on. I want you to think about that for a second. So we're going to add some reverb. Wow, it's just... giving it a little. I don't think we need much because it's already so huge. So one thing I want to do is now go back to the original sound here. And I'm going to apply more ducking. So what the ducking does, this is a really incredible feature. So what is going on when I apply more ducking is that I'll turn it all the way up so you can really hear it. It's side chaining the delay and reverb out of the way, so anytime the synth is playing, you don't hear the reverb at all with it 100% on. So you only hear it when the synth goes away. So, but we can use this to keep it from getting way out of control, because it's just the biggest sounding plugin that was ever made. So without it, this sounds great on its own, but in a mix, we're going to lose the analog synth altogether. So it's going to be a wall of sound, which can be cool if you're like an ambient artist. But if we wanted to cut through a mix, what we could do is use some ducking and make sure that we still get the impact and the texture of the Poly 6, and we're not just listening to the incredible delays and reverb. So somewhere around here, just sounds like I could cry. It's so great. And it's such a cool thing. I'm gonna add some more of this chorus in. Now I want it wide. With those pitch shifted echoes. Wow, it's just incredible how big and gorgeous the little Poly 6 sounds. So real quick, I want you to hear it without the effects. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna turn it down a little. It's so good. It's so good. So anyways, guys. Oh, I could just listen to that sound all day. That has got to be one of my favorite sounds I've ever made. And it's all really made by Spectrasonics Omnisphere's effects. Of course, the Poly 6 legendary analog synth, but you could do this with any synth. You could do this if you want to make a patch in Serum or whatever you like using, Arturia plugins, if you want to use like a Arturia one. You could take those sounds and then drop them into Omnisphere and use these incredible effects, which I think is a major selling point that's just hard to communicate about the new effects that come in the sonic extensions, because it seems like when you're installing the sonic extensions that you're really just getting these sound libraries where you can use these sounds, but the way that you can use the effects on anything, that's huge. And I don't think a lot of people have realized the full potential of that feature in Omnisphere. So I want to make this video real quick to show you that Omnisphere is not just for creating sounds with Omnisphere. You can use hardware synths, but still harness the incredible power of Omnisphere's effects section. And you're not limited to only sound sources that were already in Omnisphere. So once again, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Please like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. I do a lot of synth content here. And I'm going to do a video on the Poly 6 coming up, actually. So it would be cool if you did that so that you could see that video when it comes out. So anyways, guys, thank you very much. Alex from Vulture Culture. See you in the next video.